Hello, everybody. And the reason for that, I've got a fact about ELO.
Oh.
I'm not sure if we've done this before.
Nice.
But Mr. Blue Sky,
Yeah.
do you know what it says at the end?
Please turn over.
Please turn over.
Yeah. Okay.
I told you this all the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it does sound like Mr. Blue Sky. But he's actually saying,
turn
please
me
turn
over.
over.
Turn
Yeah.
me over, please. Yeah.
yeah. I've got a little fact for you.
Okay.
Nile Rodgers and his mate, Bernard Edwards,
Yeah.
they formed a band in New York in early 70s. And they called it The Boys.
Right.
Right. They changed its name shortly after to the Big Apple Band. Why did they call it The Boys?
Don't know.
I'm going to give you an audible clue.
Because they'd all got kids and they're all boys. Don't know.
It's good. But it's not that good. I'm going to give you a clue.
The boys are back in town.
No. Yeah, they were Thin Lizzy fans.
Oh, okay.
You can't imagine Nile Rodgers being a Thin Lizzy fan, can you?
I heard. No, you can't. But
It's true. I heard it out of his own mouth.
do you know who else is a really big Thin Lizzy fan? What current band?
Everybody.
Kings of Leon.
Yeah.
They
Don't
apparently are
surprise
big
me.
inspirations of them. Yeah.
Yeah?
That surprised me. That I don't know why, but it just did.
It's strange, but
You would have thought if they're that big, there'd be elements of them in them. But I don't think there is.
it's like Darkness. They're massive Thin Lizzy fans. All right, it's Darkness. But there's a lot of people do cite Thin Lizzy as being an influence or an inspiration or whatever you want to call
I know
it.
that I never really got on with him.
You don't get on with him, though, do you?
No, I'm not a massive fan of them.
I've got another question related to Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
This is more of a general one, and I've got to make sure I get my facts right on this one. Okay. Oh. It's like that magic door, isn't it?
It's just,
The pad moves by
if
magic.
it went over there, and you can. That's all.
Right. On which album does Mary Hopkins appear?
Live and
Mary
Dangerous.
Hopkins.
Yeah, Mary Hopkins.
Who's Mary Hopkins?
Is this a Thin Lizzy question?
It's a Thin Lizzy question.
So Live and
So
Dangerous.
which album? It's a live album, that one. So it's a collection
still
of
an
3
album.
gigs from different parts of the world.
I couldn't tell you a Thin Lizzy album. That's the only one I know.
She sang on Dear Lord, which is on Bad Reputation. Do you know why?
No.
She was married to the producer,
Oh.
Tony Visconti.
Oh, really?
That'll help.
Yeah. But Mary Hopkins was doing this thing back in early 70s. And she had a small, I would say small career. But she sang on a Thin Lizzy album. Yeah, I thought I'd just throw that one in.
Yeah.
She married to Tony Visconti.
I think.
Sorry, just to let the audience know, before we started rolling with this, Wayne said that he tried the BrewDog's Wingman beer, a session IPA, and the eagle has landed. It says the side, and Wayne said it's the best thing that BrewDog have done.
I think.
I don't agree with you.
No?
I don't know whether it's just not cold enough, but it feels a bit watery.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not bad by any means, but I mean, to be fair, you
BrewDog,
set it up quite strong.
Yeah, I mean, BrewDog don't really do a bad drink anyway.
They don't.
So we'll just put that. But I just thought mine would have tad colder last week. But when I had it, I just thought, yeah, I think that's the best one that.
I think
for
BrewDog
me,
should supply us with a few more so we could sample it and test it.
we could do that. We could. That'd go down
Do you think they would?
No.
No, I don't think they would either.
But I'm still sticking with my. I still think you were wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you? Well, we'll get a third opinion.
Well, if you don't agree with me, he's wrong.
For more.
Won't make any difference. Okay, I'll get a try. It's the taste test.
The taste test.
Oh God.
Oh, have it.
I get your point. it is slightly watery, mid-palate.
Yeah, mid-palate.
And I get your point. It's slightly hoppy front.
Yeah.
And you like a bit of hop.
Yeah. And it's got a bit of tropically.
It's just
There's a bit of juice there, yeah.
There's a bit of citrus going on.
It's nice.
I don't know whether being cold would help it because I think you got two distinct front and middle there. It's getting a bit technical now.
Sorry, but just bear with us.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. If you're bored, just like and subscribe and follow us and all that stuff. We just need to sort something out very important here.
It is important.
Is the beer cold enough?
There's not going to be a decisive answer because Wayne's won.
Yeah, absolutely.
Irrespective.
Yeah, that's it. So that's end of that.
But I know
argument.
what you're saying, and I know what you because I know you like a hoppy one, and hops are there.
So we've come to a conclusion then that I were right.
No,
Yeah,
I think it's a draw.
No,
As
not
far as
a
I'm
draw.
concerned, that's a draw.
We've talked about
It's a good one. It's not as good as that.
Oh, wait,
I
and he's
think-
referring
I think
to
it is.
Punk IPA.
Yeah, it's
For
not
those
as
of
good
you
as
that are listening in
I
the
think
car.
it is.
And then again, it's not. Sorry.
For those of you that are listening in the car, it's...
For those of you who are listening in black and white, I was going to mention the name.
Of course you were.
I was going to mention the name. For those who are listening in black and white, it's
Beer.
Punk IPA.
So today, being the
Don't do it, Wayne. Don't disclose the fourth wall.
Don't tell the
Being
date. We don't know when this will come out, so don't tell
you
me the
do
date.
it every time.
2024.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, this might get away. So,
Last Tuesday.
the Tour of All Tours European has started today. Tonight. It starts tonight. Doors open at 7:30.
Tour of All Tours.
Believe it or not, they have been queuing outside Murrayfield Stadium for 3 days.
Is it Taylor Swift?
The little Swifties. They've been queuing for
Is Murrayfield in Liverpool?
Scotland.
Okay.
Edinburgh.
Okay.
They do Liverpool
Oh,
next.
well, I've got a little factory about Liverpool.
So, they've been queuing for 3 days outside Murrayfield in Edinburgh
Losers.
because a tour starts tonight, the European leg.
Yeah.
Has she done the
She's
US one?
done the US and she's done the Canada.
Yeah, she's
Right.
done some bits of
Well,
Europe,
the-
though.
And now she's on the European League.
So the European one starts tonight in Edinburgh. 3 days to watch Taylor Swift. Come on.
She's already
massive,
She's
isn't
already
it?
made
I know, it's crazy, isn't
1.5
it?
billion.
It's going to make the Europe. I don't know if this was the figures of the European tour or of the tour, including America. 500 billion, it said.
Oh, yeah.
The
it's
thing
a
is,
massive amount of money. Massive
These
amount.
these artists, it
Oh,
happened with
wow.
Beyonce and it happens with other ones. They spike the local economy. So the areas, the cities, the towns, the counties that are willing to do whatever, and to the point that Liverpool, I think it's either for a day, but I have a feeling it's for a week. Liverpool are officially changing their name to Swift Town.
They're not.
They are.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That's a typical Scouse, that.
Yeah.
After money.
It's something like Swift Town or Taylor Town. I think it's
Innit?
probably Taylor Town.
I like Taylor Town better than Swift.
But but either way, it's
It's
like
wrong, isn't it?
never
Isn't
back
it?
down. Yeah, it's
No.
bad that.
It is. That don't surprise me.
We're
Scouse
going to
is
latch
one
on
day.
to this, and well, they never did it for
Who
people,
cares?
did they?
Like, who's going to care? Like, what's the point of that?
No.
I would have thought, to be fair, I would have thought that
You know why they're doing it is because after she's gone, all Scousers will try and sue her for something to do with changing and making them change the name of their beloved city.
I don't know about that, but I
Probably
would
will
have
do.
thought
That's what
that
they're like.
Taylor Swift would have wanted to be known as Liverpool because Liverpool is such an iconic city.
I don't think she's got much choice. I think she probably finds it funny, but like, I think it's daft of Liverpool to try and like. I don't know what they're hoping to gain from that. They're already coming to see. They're coming to see Taylor, not the fact that
I
you've
say it
changed the
don't
name.
matter where it is, does it? They're not coming to see City. They're coming to see her. A £500 billion tour.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
For some
And on other end of-
lullaby songs.
Yeah. On other end of scale,
Well, it's
I'm going to
not- but
watch
the-
Rambling
that's not-
Preachers tomorrow night
the tickets
in a
alone.
little pub that's been owned by some organisation that's fetched it.
What
back
organisation
from,
is this, Wayne?
I don't know what they're called.
What is this band you're talking about? Is it some kind of
Medieval.
voodoo?
Rambling Preachers, just told you.
Yeah.
And they are in a place in Doncaster, South Yorkshire. The pub's been shut, and the organisations got hold of the pub, fetched it back, and they put live music on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays.
What's the pub called?
The Leopard at Doncaster. I
Or,
believe it's...
as my wife likes to call it, the Leopard.
Is it West Street?
No.
West Street's in Sheffield. Although Doncaster may
It's near
have
the railway
West.
station. It's near the railway station.
But anyway, so that's the other end of the spectrum. They're trying to fight a pub that's done live music for years and years and years and years, and they're scratching their ass to get it up. And she's doing a £500 billion tour.
Well, there's another
nuts, isn't it?
up and coming band though.
It's a broad spectrum.
Oh yeah,
There's an up and
it
coming
is.
band in Australia. I don't if you might have heard them. They're called Trophy Eyes. It's a punk band in Australia. You know, they're trying to get a bit of notoriety. They're scratching their way up the top, and then they went and spoiled it all by making a fan member paralysed.
Oh dear.
Oh.
The lead singer did a stage dive and landed on a girl, and yeah,
Oh,
she's
that's not great.
she's paralysed.
Not good.
No.
What do you do with that
I
one?
thought they'd stop doing that.
What, stage diving?
Yeah.
I don't know how you can control that. When the mood
No,
takes you.
there's one or two had decided that they weren't going to do it anymore. Iggy Pop said he weren't going to do it
Yeah, but
anymore.
Iggy Pop's nearly 80.
I know.
Have you seen him? He's got a club foot. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's got one leg that's an inch and a half shorter than the other one.
Oh, it's more noticeable now. He's walking around like
Well,
an injured budgie.
Well, budgies do tend to injure easily. Yeah, he's had that. There's a name for it, and he's had it. It's
clubfoot.
it sounds like colitis. It's not colitis, but it's got his leg is about an inch and a half shorter. It looks really odd when he's wearing flip flops because he's got these stacked heels on flip flops. But it also makes him look like he's got a twisted spine.
he
has got a bit of a.
it looks bloody awkward.
So
I
what
saw
you're trying to
this-
say is he don't shop at Clark's.
Well, I don't know. He might do, but he gets he's got
No,
lifts.
is
He's got
he?
lifts on his flip flops.
Someone's getting backhanders from Clark's, aren't they?
Well, bit of advertising there.
I saw this video of Iggy Pop on a red carpet thing, and he was walking around like
Yeah.
a.
It's got worse as he
Do you
got
know that
older.
you see when you're in the city and you see a pigeon with a knuckle foot?
Yeah,
It's a bit like that.
well,
And and the comments were like, "Oh, put your shirt on," like from kids, you know, on
Yeah.
like music on like streaming platforms. But they don't obviously know that Iggy Pop just never wears a shirt.
no,
I tell you what else he's got as well.
It looks like ET these days. Sorry.
it does. It all wants. I mean, yeah, all right. Well, he's always done that. So he thinks
How old is he?
he's late 70s.
Oh,
So
I thought he
he's-
was older
he's-
than that.
He might, no, he's late 70s. He might
got
be
a long way on
78,
ET.
79. But he's always done that. It's like we were talking the other week about people who get stuck in their character. Now, Iggy could put a shirt on. He does wear shirts.
He does,
He
yeah.
does wear
Yeah, yeah,
shirts.
yeah.
But he was wearing a suit blazer with no shirt.
Yeah, he does wear shirts. But
It's just a lot of
it
ironing
all
skin,
wants
isn't
it
it?
all wants ironing these days.
yeah,
it's not as felt like as it used to be. So, you know, a little decorum maybe.
It must be awful to look in the mirror and see your scrotum looks younger than your face.
Okay. I'll take your word for
Where's
that.
this mirror position?
You've obviously got some experience in that department.
But no, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you also what he has also got. He's got the worst track on Slash's new album.
Oh, really?
No, he hasn't.
He has. It's
No, he
terrible.
hasn't. I disagree.
What's he doing?
It's shocking.
I disagree.
Why does he have to do that drone thing at every end of every sentence?
That's how he is. I
It's
quite
just-
like
I
that.
thought
What song
it
is he
was
covering?
Absolute garbage.
What song has he done?
Wait a minute.
I'll tell you which song he's done. Do you know which song he's done?
I do, but I can't remember it.
I like his.
I
I do like
think-
his current vocals.
Okay, he's done Awful Dream.
Yeah.
He's done Awful Dream. And I quite like it because it's such a juxtaposition to all the stuff that's on there. But I like Iggy
I
Pop.
thought it was terrible.
I do. It
I
does
like
a really
Iggy
good
Pop.
Radio 6 show as well.
He does, yeah.
I didn't like it.
I just like the rendition. I know where you're coming from.
It's like a
'cause
drone.
It's
It's
odd.
like, it's just.
I'm
I listened
surprised at
it.
you.
I listened it always first.
surprised at
Always.
you. You didn't know that track.
I couldn't remember which one it was. Couldn't remember what they called it.
One of your favourite artists did that track.
Yeah, they did, but I couldn't remember
Lightning Hopkins.
what they called it. It is an old Lightning Hopkins
Lightning
track.
Hopkins track, yeah.
I couldn't remember what they called it.
He's a
But-
big Lightning Hopkins fan.
I am a Lightning Hopkins fan.
And Bob Hoskins as well.
But no, I listened it all the way through twice, and then on the third time I listened to it, I had to skip him. I thought, this
No,
is terrible.
I quite like it.
I thought this is shocking.
But, okay, as soon as you mentioned the album, let's get into it. Have you heard it, Louis?
What?
Slash's blues album.
I've dipped in and out. I haven't listened to it all. Sorry.
No?
No, I haven't. I listened to it to give it a quick review, but I haven't gone in depth with it. It's not really. So I'm not in that phase to listen to Slash at the moment.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I often say, if this is any recommendation, that if you can get 30% of an album, you've got an half-decent album.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you can take 60% of it.
Really? That's a bold statement. Maybe I should give it a listen then.
Yeah, I think there's some really interesting stuff on there.
And
Iggy Pop for me is one of them.
I am genuinely pleased that Slash has taken this interesting creative turn. I just haven't really given it much time apart from a quick skim. But I
With
should.
the Fly More.
And the only... What else I like about it as well is, all the way through the album, every track, obviously Slash is playing guitar and he's probably got his top hat on, but that top hat is the only thing that resembles Slash. He doesn't try and be Guns N' Roses Slash.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
He's gone down a different route and he's Slash.
You know, hats make a big difference, don't they?
It's just... And I thought, that's brilliant. I'm glad he's not tried to be Guns N' Roses Slash.
Yeah, it's good.
He's kept just playing how he wants to play and kept it bluesy and some nice playing on the end. It's good. And it's a good album.
There's some pieces of work that he's done on there that I think are quite poor. I'm not altogether pleased about, I thought you can do better than that. You can do better than that. But because I think it's a bit, but I've said this before, but as an album, I think it's great.
Yeah, it's
really,
album.
really good. There's some of the performances that's on there. You've got The Pusher, which is an old Steppenwolf song from 1969.
God damn the Pusher.
And it's Chris Robinson. Now, me and Wayne were talking last week about this, and apparently Slash were absolutely over the moon that Chris Robinson had done such a job on that.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I like Chris Robinson. He's one of my favourite vocalists of all time from Black Crowes.
Yeah.
And for me, that song, if you went to a club or you went to a concert, it's The Pusher, right? That would be my song to go to the bar or go to the toilet.
Really don't like it?
It's not that I don't like it. I just don't think Chris Robinson's voice is very good on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think it just works that well.
Oh, okay.
It's I don't know whether it's his style, a vocal interpretation, or whatever. But Slash likes it, and I'm sure a lot of other people like it. But
I liked it.
It doesn't work for me. It's my
right.
toilet break, that one.
I thought it was a good
It's
track.
not
I thought it was
bad.
good.
It's just not as good as I'd like some of the others. So it's my toilet break, that one. And what's the next one? It was in Easy Rider as well, apparently. That track. The film Easy Rider. Apparently, we're in there. I'm not familiar with it.
No, I'm not.
Steppenwolf. We only got that one track over here. I can't remember what that is now. Then you got Crossroads. Gary Clark Jr.
Yeah.
I like Gary Clark Jr.
I like that record. Jim.
Big fan of that. What
I thought it was a good. I thought that was a good track. That one, quite like that one. Yeah.
I like that middle section where it slows it right down.
Yeah.
Goes into that little sort of, I don't know what it is. It's great though. It really brings it down, and then it comes back in at the end.
Comes back in.
Yeah, it goes gets back to normal beat, which is not in that song. No. They're stuck quite faithfully to it, and then.
I like that in the cover though when they genuinely do their own interpretation of it rather than just like covering it.
Another weak one for me is Oochie Coochie Man with Billy Gibbons.
Yeah,
Billy Gibbons is one of my favourites.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed.
But I think
in
it's a
that
bit of
one.
a weak one, that. I do like the ending when it goes into that 12-bar show.
I tell you what, Slash's album's getting a deep dive review, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a bit of a weak one on the Pick of the Pops. It's Billy Gibbons. No.
No, it's one of my favourites. It's one of my real favourites. It's the coolest man going, isn't it? But I like the 12-bar shuffle at end. And that's really like, that's a bit of class, that. But
I mean, we are spending an hour and a half just on his album. I think the two standout tracks for me was Key to Highway by is it Dorothy?
Dorothy, yeah.
Dorothy.
And
thought
I'm not
she's
keen
got-
on that.
I thought she's got a great voice.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Makes it sound
Great
like I
voice.
said 60%. I keep saying I don't like that.
I don't like this and I don't like that.
But for me, and you said it would be, by far the best track is Beth Hart.
Yeah, told you you'd like it, didn't I?
Absolutely blows album to bits.
Yeah.
I think a voice on that is just incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely superb.
She and it was also it was a warm up one. It wasn't the take. It was intended. Excuse me. It was intended to
No.
be. It was just the warm up. It's like, right.
Yeah.
We'll just have a run through. And then when she ran through, he said, "That's the one."
Yeah.
That's often the case, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like that.
There's so much. No, we know what Beth Hart's voice is like. It's got that, got that bit of treble thing.
Yeah.
But she does it so well.
Then the
on this-
powerful grit comes out.
and then
it's just
it's really gives it some stick at end, doesn't
yeah. That's like you said, the first Orphan track is just very soulful, very
she? A lot of
well
passion,
sung.
a lot of commitment in it.
Yeah, and then second bit, she just lets rip, and
She
it's
goes
like,
for it.
wow, what a voice!
Yeah.
It's like Jesus, wow. Yeah, standout track for me.
You've got Born in a Bad Sound, Paul Rodgers.
yeah, I thought that were all right.
Paul Rodgers doing
It
what
were
he does
always,
best.
it were always going to be all right.
Yeah.
It's Paul Rodgers. It's not going to be crap.
Sounds like he sounds. Tash Neal, he's a new person to me.
I
Paul
didn't-
Rodgers
do you
sounds
know-
like he sounds.
I'm
No,
glad,
you know what I mean.
I'm glad you said that
Does
because
exactly what it says on the tin.
It could be 1972. What I mean by that, Louis, it could be 1972.
Oh,
and
got
Paul
it, yeah.
Rodgers sounds like Paul Rodgers.
Paul Rodgers.
Yeah.
And he's now in his 70s, and he still sounds. He's not lost a bit.
Does he sound all right now?
No, he did.
Well, I'm glad you fed that Tash Neal up because when I read it, I was like, never heard him.
Yeah,
Don't know.
it's a new one to me.
I don't know this one.
That's probably my fault, not his.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, it's his.
Yeah.
No, it's just my fault. I
I
don't
thought
know.
it was just me that didn't know him.
I don't know. It sounds familiar, but
But then again,
I hadn't researched
but then
him, so I don't
again,
know.
I'd not heard of that Dorothy.
But I think he does an excellent Stevie Wonder impersonation of that track.
Yeah,
Doing
it
for
is
the
a good
City.
track. Yeah,
It's a really good track. That.
Yeah, it is.
Although I must say, other than Stevie Wonder's, I do like.
Johnny Lang.
Sorry,
Johnny Lang.
Johnny Lang's version.
Johnny Lang. Mhm.
That's a great version of "Live for the City."
It's very good.
I think it's live as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Dorothy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who Dorothy is.
No, I don't. She's got a good voice though.
She's got a very good voice. Yeah.
It's not a competition.
Demi Lovato.
Oh, yeah.
Not
She
familiar
on
with her
it?
either.
Is she on it?
Yeah. You know what?
Are they on it?
Sorry?
I said a she on it, but I think she's a they.
No, it's a she.
You're missing the point with that.
I am.
Yeah.
Used to be a he.
No.
No.
Anyway, no,
I don't
but
know.
yes, good.
Demi Lovato. She does Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Was it? All right.
It was the 3rd of December.
Do you know what does another good version of that?
It was the 16th of April.
George Michael.
Did you really?
Bomb, bomb, but it does it like it's almost like the Seal mix. It's a bomb, 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 bomb. It was the 3rd of September. Yeah, it was really good. Check
I'll always remember.
it out on YouTube. George Michael, Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Very, very good. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a bit of Judd.
Old Silky Pipes.
No.
It's very good.
I think we've covered it all here. Awful Dream. But I think. Oh well, we got All Well with Chris Stapleton.
Good. Good.
Chris Stapleton.
Yes,
isn't it?
Chris
You know.
Stapleton. Good
Right.
track.
This is a wonderful
Good
album
vocals.
review, track by track.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wanted to give it a shout, and Wayne prompted.
Right.
So, yeah, we've got to get in there because it's a good album.
Yeah, I'm going to get an 8 out of 10.
Do you think it's
Yeah,
time
yeah,
for
yeah.
Slash to hang up the hat, though?
No.
Is it a bit pantomime now?
No.
You can't.
There are
No.
two famous hat wearers in guitar world. Do you know who they are? Do 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 boo.
Me?
Slash is one.
Yep. That's
Prince.
Well, CC DeVille
they
is,
wear a hat. No,
CC DeVille is always going to say, well, he's pinched it off me.
I'll tell you, and you'll agree with when I tell you.
Go on then.
The Edge.
Oh, yeah, he always wears a hat.
And so
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned this on an episode before, but when the Edge, when you two were doing the Sphere, the Edge would often go out at night, And one night he said that somebody asked him like, "Where's the best place to go in Las Vegas?" He said, "Me and some of the crew, we went to this karaoke bar." Can you imagine bumping into the edge in the karaoke bar?
He sat there.
But if he took his little cap off that he's got,
Yeah.
he just looks like a normal person.
He sat there thinking, shall I do it all well? And then he looks familiar.
One love. But same with Slash. If Slash takes his shades off and his hat off, and then wears a turtleneck jumper,
actually, that.
you know,
Yeah, that thought is frightening.
then it's almost like a perfect scenario. All they have to do is take this accessory off, and then they can walk amongst the audience.
And there's somebody else.
And nobody's going to know.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he'd get away with it, actually. He's still got the hair, hasn't he? Slash.
Yeah, but I bet if he just wears a cap and not wears sunglasses, you know, his signature,
I think you'd recognise Slash.
Yeah. He's often seen with baseball cap on, and he wears it backwards. And
because it's
you're going to
cool.
know. You're going to know. Yeah, you're going to know.
You know Slash.
I don't know.
He's attached to that hat. He can't let it go now.
It'd be really upsetting if he had like a monk,
It's not the original-
a monk bald patch.
He lifts it up and air comes with it. No. It's like a lot of them, like we were saying the other week. That is his image, and he's got to keep that perpetual
It's
image.
a bit of a shackle, though, isn't it?
Yeah. And there must be times when we say, I'm just me. I don't want to wear the hat today, but he's really asked.
But I don't think he would. I think when he goes out on stage, he goes out on stage as Slash. And Slash wears a hat.
He don't wear it in the living room when he's having scrambled egg on toast. I know that. But, when he only wears it when he's playing.
Yeah, but like Superman has a costume, doesn't he? And when he takes his costume off, he's not recognisable. So, like, in a way, it's sort of like that, right?
No.
I don't mean like his Clark Kent has got glass in a suit. I mean, like, it's like it's a costume that he puts on.
Yeah. The costume is Slash. That's the character.
Yeah, the caricature.
Yeah. What's his real name?
I knew you were going to ask me.
Sean, is it Sean?
No.
Slash's real name is...
I knew you were going to ask me.
Anyway.
Shania Twain.
Can't remember.
When he is being not his alter ego...
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
When he's not being his alter ego, Slash, and he's sat in house watching Emmerdale and eating his scrambled egg on toast, he doesn't wear the hat.
He doesn't?
No.
How do you know?
Oh, how do you know?
I've got a funny feeling it's the last thing he wants to wear.
Maybe he's got a softer version of it, like a knitted one.
Yeah.
Careful with these.
If you turn the altar to the other end...
What his grandma knitted him? It's
balaclava.
It's a woolly one. That's a airy ass wool.
Tag nuts and everything.
Yeah. No, so on that, it is a very good album. You should go out and have a look at it.
Have a squint.
I quite like it.
I have a question for you.
Go on then.
So, do you know, there seems this thing that happens every now and again, more recently, where an older song will get a new generational revival. So we've had Kate Bush's Running Up the Hill because of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
We've had Sophie Ellis Bextor's Murder on the Dance Floor because of Saltburn film.
Okay.
So there's things happening where the younger generation gets hold of something and it becomes a big sensation on online platforms. What song would you like to see? What older song would you like to see become a modern sensation again? So get like a second life.
Oh God!
Seven Seas of Rye, Queen. There's a lot. Well,
I know that's what I mean. You could pick all sorts.
There's a lot of tracks.
And you can't just pick like your favorite track, but like you got to think about what potentially could a younger audience latch onto. It's a hard question.
It is.
I don't know if there's an answer.
Well, there's no particular answer. I'd like to know your
There's
opinion.
no correct and there's no wrong answer.
There isn't.
What would you like to see promoted again? Put back into the...
Well, it's just, what do you think... Yeah, what...
Put back into the popular consciousness. I would like to see Twice Removed from Yesterday or Daydream by Robin Trower.
Yeah, but Daydream by Robin Trower was never a popular song.
No, it wasn't.
That's what I mean. So like, it's got to be something that you can imagine.
Done by the same band or as a cover band?
No, the same song, like Kate Bush's Running Up the Hill became re-popular again. It sold more records second time
Right.
round than it ever did first time
Remember You're a Womble.
Okay, don't
Guess
care.
who did that?
I think something like
If you refer to our older episodes, you'll know that.
Highway to Hell. I think that'd go down well.
Highway to Hell.
It's still very popular though, isn't it?
That's what I mean, though. But
It can be popular. It could be Michael Jackson's Black and White.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get where you're coming from now.
Do you?
I think
I'm going to go
Highway
with
to Hell would
I'm
probably
going to go
go
with
well.
the Kate Bush thing and Peter Gabriel. The title.
You're not drifting very far from the original brief, though. Kate Bush.
No,
What about?
I just thought it was a good idea.
It is. It's a soft. I forgot one. That's where they're spinning around in the video, isn't it?
Yeah, what do they call it?
Is it
Time After Time.
separate
No,
ways?
that's Cyndi Lauper.
Is it separate ways?
No.
It was used on. Wasn't it used on like Charlie's Yet?
Dun, dun, dun.
Google.
This one or
What about Purple Rain?
ooh, I know. Yeah, that's a good shout. That mine's not too old, but it's old enough for Gen Z to latch onto. Drops of Jupiter.
Drops of Juke Train.
Yeah.
That's a poppy
Yeah,
song. I should
yeah.
imagine them
That's a
hooking
great
onto
track,
that one.
that.
It's a good song.
That's a really old train one, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Good track, that one. I like that one. Yeah.
You can imagine that being used.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Yeah, Drops of Jupiter. It was quite different for its time, weren't it?
Yeah.
You know, it was quite unusual, right? But
think
it got a lot of elements that people liked.
Good song. I have another question.
Go on then.
Which artist or group has the best logo?
That's best logo.
Yeah, you know, like the band
Yeah,
logos.
yeah, I know what it means.
You seem confused.
I quite like Guns N' Roses one.
Yeah.
The GNR one with roses and guns and all top hat thing going off in background and all that.
Would that be Guns N' Roses then?
No.
With Guns N' Roses.
Great North Reel.
Aerosmith one's all right.
I was thinking of
Yeah,
Aerosmith because
Aerosmith, all right.
Darren, is it Dan? Oh, Dan Brown or Darren Brown, the guy who did Da Vinci Code. It does this thing where he does like illustrations of stuff where it's the same thing if you flip it upside down.
Yeah.
And I've seen one of the Aerosmith logo. That is quite cool. I mean, the tongue lips.
We all like
That's
this.
a-
We
yeah.
all like the Stones
But
one,
that's,
don't we?
yeah,
that's
I
too
mean,
obvious. It's
It
almost,
is.
It's
it
almost
is, but
perfect.
we all like that one, though.
Yeah,
Perfect
that's an iconic one, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
ZZ Top. Oh no!
Do they have
I'm
one?
thinking of Thin Lizzy. Sorry, that text.
Do they
is-
have one?
Yeah, they have that text. Thin Lizzy. That's like a double striped text, wasn't it?
Oh, right.
Come
okay,
on,
yeah.
you should know that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You've seen the T-shirts.
Yeah.
Do new bands still have these?
Don't think they do.
I don't think they do they?
Don't
I'm
they?
just I'm trying to think of a newish band
I
so
think
last
they have-
5 years that
They have like
have a
maybe like
logo. I think they
they have a font that they might use.
Yeah.
Like Coldplay use a certain font.
Killers and things like that.
Yeah,
lot of them-
they have like a thicker font.
a lot of them now just put like an album cover out, don't they?
Yeah, but they don't
And
invest
that's
in a
it.
logo,
No.
which is interesting.
No,
Take
they
that
don't.
even have a logo, don't they? They have that. They have a T
Yeah, they
upside
do.
down
Yeah,
and
they
a T
do.
that way, so it's
Yeah.
like a cross, which
Yeah.
is it's recognisable.
When you do, when you see that, you know it's take that, don't you?
Yeah.
And you know to avoid it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just one of them things. Going back to what you were saying earlier, although I'm not skipping over your question, I don't like the question. Who are the latest band to play the Sphere? Because you were just mentioned that you two had just been in the
Oh,
Sphere.
I'd be grateful to know this.
Would be, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
this is gonna bug me till I'm dead.
Do you know, Wayne?
What?
The latest band to have played the Sphere. And you would have been grateful.
I'd be
to
dead
know
grateful
this.
if one of you could give me the answer to this.
The Grateful Dead. Well, it's not. It's the Dead and Co. Which are a derivative of Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead.
Yeah. I thought it was a really strange choice.
Yeah, John Mayer's playing, isn't he?
John Mayer's playing it band, yeah.
Is he?
He's played with him for about 2 or 3 years now. But
It is a strange choice for the Sphere,
this
isn't it?
Sorry?
It is a strange choice for the Sphere, but I guess they're bigger in America than they are here.
Yeah, this is what I was alluding to. They are, and they have been since early 70s, a massive band in America. The Grateful Dead have been a massive band. They didn't travel very well musically or physically. They tended to be a live band that toured America constantly and got massive audiences and massive following, very, very faithful following. So consequently, the Dead and Co., which is like what's left of the people that's there, they're going out and they're playing the Grateful Dead songs and some of the bits and pieces from Bob Weir, who was probably the only original member that's still playing, who I like. And they're now called Dead & Co. But they're massive in America. They are still massive in America. You know, really, really popular. And it's odd stuff that they do. It's odd stuff. A lot of it I don't get on with. But there's bits and pieces of it I like. But I do like Bob Weir. Is this gnarly faced. When he was in his youth, he was slick back hair and he got all the looks and he got all the ladies after him, and he was original founding member of them. Him with Jerry Garcia. Now he's got a grizzly ass beard and big wayward moustache and hair's all over. It's all white and he's got this vacant look in his face now. But he's still as sharp as a tack. But it's just. He's not bothered about image. It's just, this is me. Let's play some music. He's like that. A big, typical hippie band.
He's in Vegas in August at our friend Morrissey. He's just booked 3 nights in a blues bar.
In a blues bar?
Yeah, I forgot what... I've been in it.
Morrissey does the blues.
No. It's
I'm
I
so
forgot
miserable
name
now.
I forgot name at bloody blues bar. I went in it. I didn't reckon much took place, actually. It were pants. I ain't got time for it.
I had a job, then I lost a job.
But yeah, he's just had 3 nights in... Well, he's having 3 nights in Vegas.
Right.
I'm reading today.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. And I think we've touched on this before about bands and how much money it costs and things like that. Well, I was reading an article. I've never heard of it. You guys might have. The Cruel World Festival in LA.
No, never heard of it.
No one of me.
Apparently what it is the Cruel World Festival in LA is dedicated mainly to British music bands from the 80s.
Oh, like Flock of Seagulls.
So,
Let's look at that one.
In this year's, you got bands like Duran Duran, Simple Minds, Gary Numan, Stranglers, Evan 17, bands like that.
I must tell you a story about Gary Numan.
And these fans, which
now.
No, I'll forget. And these fans, apparently it's a big thing. It always sells out. It goes down really well. Big event.
Yeah.
And they pay between £200 and £2,400.
What are you getting for £2,400?
A ticket, right?
A ticket?
Yeah.
I thought that's what bands were getting.
No, this is a ticket. But what I found interesting is they were interviewing the bassist from Stranglers, Jean-Jacques Burrell.
Yeah, Burrell, yeah.
And he says it's getting crazy now. America's just pricing themselves out at market.
Oh, right, yeah.
He says because they've took 8 people over.
Yeah.
4 band members, obviously, 3 crew members and a tour manager. And to go down and get a visa, you can't just apply for a visa as a group. You all have to go down individually, have your photo took, do this, answer questions, fill. But it says it takes about 2.5 hours a person.
Yeah, it costs them a fortune, though,
to
doesn't
get
it?
through the visas and this, that, and other. But this visa doesn't last for 12 months now, like it used to do. If they do this and then they come home and then they go back, say, in July, they have to go through it all again. So the bill that they got, the Stranglers bill that they got for them 8 people were £24,000.
Yeah. They've got to recoup that for 24 grand.
Wow.
Yeah. Just to get over.
And he says, the last time they did this festival was 2019, and it cost them just over £12,000. So he says from 2019 to this year, it's doubled in price. And
that's crazy.
They've just had a bill for 24 grand for 8 people to go and work for 3 days in America.
Aren't things supposed to be getting better rather
That's
than
the
worse?
visa, that's the state tax, that's the county tax, and all the other taxes that go along with
the permits. Because it's classed as working. So it's,
working permits.
Yeah, and it's only for 3. I think it's something like, I think he said it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And yet, if a band came to England,
And this
don't charge him a penny.
and this was one of the things that he says. He gets charged 24 grand, but when people like Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift come over, it doesn't cost him a cracker.
Why is that then?
Don't know.
Because we don't have the fees like they do. We don't have the county tax, the state tax.
Mind you, all that is only going to get passed on to the end consumer. So if the tax is there, right, then they're going to recoup it with the...
Yeah, but they're not going to get anybody going over.
Yeah, but the ticket prices in America, you'll be paying more. So I can't...
He says this is last time he does it. He says, this is it. I ain't doing this festival no more. This is the last time we go over as a band. He says, because we just simply can't afford
They've got to-
24 grand.
Yeah.
They've got to sell a lot of tickets to get that money
they
back.
have, yeah. He did actually say that the festival it's a big hit. It's always sold out. There's always plenty of people there. He says, but us as a band now, we can't afford every 2-3 years to pay 24 grand out for 3 days. He says, we just can't do it as a band. We just can't literally afford it. He says, and it's not like tour managers, you can go down and get all paperwork.
And Stranglers a big name. How do you think?
Yeah,
How do you think Kaja go on?
Oh, Kaja go.
Oh.
Kaja go.
But
Kaja go.
I was just like, wow, that's a lot of money that for.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
the
the reverse is
play
they don't have
in a
bands
3
coming over.
Why was it my beer?
Mine didn't do it either.
Roulette.
And I just thought, yeah, it's a lot of money that for a 3 day to play at a 3 day concert.
We let them come in for free.
And then Taylor Swift comes on a
It's not just
500.
Taylor Swift.
500 billion
it can be a
pound
small
tour
little
and-
punk band. It can be a little ska band. It can be anything. The same
I
principle.
mean,
Big or small.
What would she be charging for the ticket?
Oh,
Don't start.
150.
you have to get a loan out. Don't forget her American tour was sponsored by American Express.
Yeah. What's Miley Cyrus?
Somebody want is it that? Is it
Capital One.
Capital One.
What about Miley Cyrus? What will she be selling at 90 to 150s?
Oh, I don't know. Too much.
Whatever it is. It's
But I
too
bet
much.
Stranglers can't ask for that.
No.
Well, because nobody would turn up.
But that's what I mean. But
They then suffer from what's known as a J-Lo syndrome.
But they're having to pay 24 grand to go over to America, but they can't charge $150,
Yeah.
No.
$90. They might be playing a gig at $40.
I just don't get it.
$40
Can't get away
a
with it.
festival.
No.
I just thought, wow,
Right.
so that's a lot of money.
What's your Gary Numan story?
Oh, my God, a Numan story. Do you know back in the day, I think it was late 80s, maybe early 90s, and he suddenly produced this album where he got a trilby on and a raincoat, and he's like, you remember the album cover?
No.
And he got this like this slumped over, and he's got the trilby on, and he's got the raincoat with coat up. And these are his words, and he says, yeah, the only reason I did that was because I had an hair transplant in Turkey.
All right.
So I had to wear the old trilby.
And on that note,
Goodbye.
bye-bye.
Goodbye.